talking about basketball, but moving over to the Olympics. Uh, Shortly after last week's episode, the Olympic roster came out for the women's basketball team, and Caitlin Clark was not on that roster. Um, we'll just start it off by saying agree or disagree with the decision to leave her off the roster, and we'll unpack it from there.
Agree. Thank you. Agree.
Why do y'all agree? I disagree.
I disagree.
Okay. Why do y'all agree to leave her off?
Sean Hart, you will take the lead. So
I'm shocked.
It brings me back to the year 2009. 2008, 2009. The NCAA tournament is happening. March Madness is in the air. Steph Curry is coming off a 30-point game for Davidson. He's ripping and lighting the college basketball world on fire. Curry comes into the league as a lottery pick. Guess what we don't do when he first comes in the league? Off of his amazing college tenure, expertise, shooting prowess, the whole nine, we love it, right? Yeah. You're not ready for Team USA though yet. Your ankles are weak, you're small, you're a liability on defense. You're not who you're yet going to be. We recognize your talent, you're great, but you're not going to be a part of this team. And I think the same is being said about Caitlin Clark, and people are going into an uproar saying, wow, the WNBA finally has their golden goose, and they're just not going to put her out there. First off, this isn't a marketing ploy. We're trying to win a world championship. We are trying to win an Olympic gold medal. Caitlin Clark, from a holistic standpoint, being a basketball player on a professional level, there are other guards out there who are more well-rounded, who play way better defense, who are not liabilities on defense, who understand scheme and coverage a bit better than Caitlin Clark does at this particular moment in time. Do I believe Diana Taurasi should have made it on that team? Yeah. Did she get grandfathered in? Potentially so.
That's not a potential. She did.
She got grandfathered in, but we saying it like Diana Taurasi is a bum. Like, I think what we're missing is, in order for what I've saw so far in the WNBA season, for Caitlin Clark to be effective, bro, she needs a large volume of shots, and she needs the system to be quite literally designed around her. We can't do that for you in the USA Olympic basketball. We ain't got the time to scheme you up, to hide you defensively, and we damn sure not about to revolve our offense around you, thinking you finna be the girl version of Steph Curry, and you not. You're not.
She not?
Bro, no. No, she not. Is she like Steph Curry? Yeah. In the sense of she shoots a lot of like long range threes. She has a very quick release. She has a very consistent jump shot. Yes, bro, but just because Steph Curry ushered in this new wave of playing basketball from the perimeter does not mean that you're the girl version of Steph Curry and you deserve an automatic spot on the Olympic team, bro. I don't believe that's what that means.
What if Steph Curry wasn't even the Caitlin Clark of what he was doing?
That makes literally no sense because Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He started that whole movement. So I don't really understand.
Right, but what I'm saying is Steph Curry didn't achieve nearly as much as Caitlin Clark did in college.
What did hold on? What did Caitlin Clark achieve in college? She didn't win no title.
Okay, let's just start here. She has the most points, men or women, in college basketball history. Let's just start there. We want to just like
okay, so wow, you got the most points in NCAA history. What has that equated to?
She just got in the league.
Don't wait. No, you haven't won. You have a lot of stats, which is great. yeah, you can say you've been on some winning teams, yeah, but you didn't ultimately get the job done. And again, those teams that she were on, quite literally, they were constructed solely around her. And what I'm saying is, for Team USA, we are not building the ideal squad for Caitlin Clark. We're building the ideal basketball team to go out and dominate a World Cup,
Okay, so nothing you said.
offensively and defensively.
Yeah, nothing you said was wrong in terms of like, hey, like we're not just to go out of our way to build this team around you. The mission at hand isn't to put Caitlin Clark on the team and make it all about her. The mission at
Right.
hand, right? The mission at hand for the WNBA, though people want to argue and say the two don't necessarily have to do with the other in terms of decision making. This is about growing the fucking WNBA.
Now that from that vantage point, I would agree with you. From if you want eyes on the WNBA and you want it to go to that next level, I think from a viewership standpoint, it behooves you to just have her out there to show face and to just have her parading her out there essentially like a pet around the
And
globe. Like, hey, come be
but
in the
here's the thing,
WNBA.
and even more on that is she's coming off the bench. Let's just start there. She's coming off the
Yeah,
bench.
for sure.
One, two. I believe right now the women's basketball team are currently tied for the most consecutive gold medals for men or women. Most consecutive gold medals for the women's basketball team, which would say they've been hella dominant the past 2 decades because they're en route to win their 8th gold medal. So there should be no true fear or scare that there's somebody out there that's going to beat us so bad to the point where we can't take the risk to pick up Caitlin Clark. I would say y'all gonna beat half the teams by 30 or 40. And in that stretch, let's give Caitlin Clark the floor the last 4 quarters for her to go hit threes and bombs away. Apart from that, let me tell you what's about to happen if they don't end up putting her on the team. This is what's going to happen. And people ain't talking about this forecast. So right now, the first month is out the way of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark been doing numbers. It's been great. She's been great despite the gauntlet that she's been considering the gauntlet that they've sent her through. She's been great, right? Here's what about to happen. The NBA Finals is here. That coverage is building. We've already known since the Big Three era in the offseason. The offseason moves is a whole drama-filled session of media coverage by itself. The 8 is not like the Fever or winning games. So you're about to go into the NBA final. We're here with the NBA finals. NBA finals happen. That coverage happens. That coverage takes precedent over you going into like the middle muddy waters of the WNBA season. Then you go into the Olympics, and when the Olympics start, not all the players, it's not like all the players obviously all the players in the WNBA playing the Olympics, but when the Olympics come, the WNBA goes on a break. And they not playing for like the duration of the Olympics. So now you don't even have coverage. You don't even have coverage on the WNBA no more once they go on break. But what could potentially keep eyes on the WNBA if you got Caitlin Clark playing in the Olympics? Because what happens? You got Caitlin Clark on the team. Your casual fans and your Caitlin Clark fans are going to keep their eyes on the Olympics, and Caitlin Clark may be able to build up a fan base in the Olympics that's going to trail back with her once the second half of the WNBA season starts. But if she's not on the team, you dead all your momentum of coverage, and then you're dealing with the NBA offseason. Then you're dealing with the NFL spring and training camp, and then you dealing with the NFL season being upstarted.
Oktoberfest.
October.
Like, we definitely ain't gonna be talking about you like that on this part.
But
like,
at the
so
same
it's just
time,
like
though,
you like not having her on the team and not paying attention to the optics to truly try to grow the game, which is what it says on the website or whatever for
mission statement, yeah.
It's like you missing out on
women tearing each other down.
And here's the thing, people,
Grabbing
because
a
you're not
bucket.
putting her on the team, the world is going to have zero sympathy for y'all once y'all go back to saying we're not getting the viewership or whatever the case may be. It's going to happen. They're going to follow the protocol on the coverage, bro. It's going to
hurt.
happen.
I mean, at the end of the day, though,
tough.
like it's gonna fall back to the natural order. Nobody said that the WNBA was gonna take over anything, and it never. I was gonna say it never will, but it's a hard uphill battle. I said I won't.
Misogynist.
I said I won't.
I'm glad.
But the NBA has its power. The NFL has its power. The MLB has its power. Even the soccer leagues have their power. Everybody has their own respected power. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it is known that the time that the WNBA is up, it's like on a little bit somewhat of a downward spiral, kind of coasting with the MLB season. But it's like it's gonna be in its natural order.
No,
and I feel like also at the same time though, yeah, think about it. Caitlin has been playing the most basketball games a female has probably ever played ever, as far as games.
Yeah,
and you continue into
10 games this season,
and then you add on traveling, and then you add on like she's getting adjusted to one league. Now you're just to a whole different league. I'm like, I don't think it's fair for her, honestly. People saying, "Oh, she don't deserve." Like, no, dude. Like, she's already getting bullied here. Like, now you got to trust the same people that have been bullying you all season. You expect them to trust you within so much time. That's how I look at it. I'm like, hey, man.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. But Caitlin Clark, she's like a hooper. Like, she's been proving it. Like, she wants to challenge. She's not backing down. And here's another thing, too. Bro, if Caitlin Clark's supposed to be the face of the league, you miss out on the opportunity being able to put her around
the world. I don't think she's the face of the league. I think it's been a national push to try and make her the face of the league, because it was like, oh my God, a women player that's actually this good. We need to make her XYZ 1, 2, 3. Like, again, bro, like, we have a player in the WNBA right now that's coming off back-to-back titles, back-to-back MVPs and defensive player of the year. I know, but hold on where I'm going with it, though.
Nah, okay. My bad for stopping your wisdom. Go ahead.
So we got all that going, right? Nobody cares, right? Because hold on. We haven't seen dominance like this since Maya Moore, right or wrong. The stretch odds is currently on. And Maya Moore was how she was tracking. Maya Moore would have very well went down as low-key the Michael Jordan of WNBA. How she was tracking, in my personal opinion. So if the marketing hasn't been spewed towards that, and I get it. Caitlin Clark's shorter, not the best athlete. It's more like the American dream feel, right? God, Caitlin Clark can do it with hard work and, just an immaculate skill set. And we all know another factor in there, but we won't say it. But, they've been clamoring for one of their own to be, and rightfully so.
And
right?
I think that's why okay, go ahead, bro.
And you, I mean, if you want to beat me to it, that's perfectly fine. But I definitely think it has a lot more to do with the optics and politics of it, as opposed to we're trying to just do what's best for the league. And I think what they think is best for the league is to have somebody spearheading it, who models the consumer that is spending the dollar with the league. And I'll leave it there.
I won't say I'm gonna let you go. So I just want to put this in. I wouldn't contest what you're saying, but what I will say is that, like, Caitlin Clark game is like worthy of like all the attention and notoriety.
It is. I would agree. But again, you look at the Indiana Fever, bro. That team is set up for, and poor Nalissa Smith. She was like a top 5 pick. Was supposed to be
Leah Boston.
like, bro, like, we just gonna say, because what happens is we put all this attention on Caitlin. Oh, we need to make the team about Caitlin. We need to make the team more Caitlin friendly. You stomp the development of your other young star players who you're counting on to contribute at a level that Caitlin Clark needs. Because as great as Caitlin Clark is, people want to talk about Steph Curry. bro, Steph Curry had a Draymond Green that was drafted to go alongside him to steer that ship in order to do all of the dirty work, to play defense, to set people up, to put the team in position to be the emotional leader. You need people for as much as people want to talk about the Steph Curry comparison. You need some other Steph Curry chess pieces on the board in order to even begin to cultivate that type of winning structure. So it would behoove the Fever, and I know we this is a Olympic based question, but in terms of getting Caitlin to that next level to where her being on the Olympic team is a no brainer, I think it behooves the Fever. First off, go get you a coach that can actually coach, because whoever that is ain't it. You need like a Becky Hammond coaching Caitlin Clark in order to see fit, see player personnel, and be like, okay, you need this type of player around you. You also need this. Because again, you don't play defense to a great extent. You don't have the physical tools to do so. That's fine. Steph Curry doesn't either. We need to put pieces around you that can in order to help bolster you, to put you in a limelight, in an early successful light, to where it does shine greatly on the WNBA, and then it translates into the other leagues that you will venture off into because of your WNBA prowess. I don't think you deserve to be on the team right now, and I don't. But you know what? But from a marketing standpoint, you need her out there in order to grow the league. So is the WNBA dropping the ball from that perspective? Sure. Because what'll happen is if she plays 12 minutes a game, why aren't y'all playing Cleveland more? Y'all beating teams by 40. Why can't she play?
And that's what I'm saying too. It's like, what's the point? Like, plus she played so many games this year. It's like, give her a break. Like, I don't think it's even like a shot. A shot. It's like she's learning so much and going through so much. How much productivity and how much you really want out of her? Like, she has a whole career that you can like milk out of her.
Brother,
Like, why we don't?
She's not asking for a break though. Why she's chasing greatness? So let her continue to chase greatness. If this is anything other than she's not a good basketball player, if this is something, if this decision was made on something other than she's not a good enough basketball player, I don't want to hear this. But actually, it's my take. Hold on, real quick. Although Anthony Davis made a now rare appearance by a college player on a U.S. Olympic team, he never had any chance of matching the accomplishments of the best college stars ever to wear that uniform. It should come as no surprise that one of those standouts was a North Carolina junior named Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls draftee posted one of the top scoring performances in Team USA record books. I'm gonna just give you some more notable college players who was on Team Olympics. Huh?
So Caitlin Clark is Michael Jordan, as you tell me.
Arguably,
so we have
arguably.
Wayman at number 13. We have Wayman Tisdale.
What?
Right? At number 12, we have Leon Wood. At number 11, we have Jim Brewer. At number 10, we have Jerry Lucas. At number 9, we have Patrick Ewing. At number 8, we have Scott May. At number 7, we have Spencer Haywood.
Let me ask you this.
You do realize that
Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robertson. For your money,
Bill
though.
Russell.
I'm just saying that happens before the season starts.
For your money, though, let me ask you
David
a question.
Robinson.
The Anthony Davis exception. I want to hang out on the Anthony Davis pick for Team USA. In Anthony Davis's tenure in Kentucky, what did he go to Kentucky and do and give John Calipari what he so longed after? What did he get accomplished in college basketball?
The most points ever scored by a man and a woman in college history.
I asked you what Anthony Davis did. Not Michael Jordan. I'm talking about Anthony. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just spoil it. Anthony Davis won a championship collegiately in college, being a defensive anchor and an offensive juggernaut.
So we
with
going
the
off
size and the hold on. His impact on winning and being that of his height and his athletic ability and his prowess defensively, quite literally earned him a spot on U.S. Olympics, not because he earned it, but because he put himself in such a position to where he did earn it, but even still, he was left off Team USA. The only reason he got put on Team USA that year is because Blake Griffin got hurt, if you remember. Blake Griffin got hurt in the qualifiers and was not able to go. So they made the call last minute. AD, Blake went down. Can you step? Of course. That's how that went. And Anthony Davis was a champion coming out of college. First overall pick, just like Caitlin. And he had to be a second call up in order to make the Olympic team. Nobody's in an uproar over that.
The finite difference in talking about the men's team and talking about the women's team. The men was never in a position where they needed marketability and viewership.
That's a different aspect to this. That's a different aspect. That's another reason why she shouldn't have been left off.
I think it's the main aspect, because if we're talking just based off fit, skill, scheme, not now. Hey, Caitlin, love you, but would I have put her over? I don't know if I would have put her over Diana Taurasi, bro. We need it don't even. We you know what I mean?
It feels like since Diana Taurasi was on, Caitlin Clark was left off.
But check this out though. Like in terms of like rookies, Diana Taurasi, Rebecca Lobo, Breonna Stewart, all rookies and was all on the Olympic team when they was rookies. So like having a rookie on your team isn't like unheard of as it relates to
it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a different league though.
Yes, a different
Thank you.
But right now, our women are so great, they are not threatened to lose the gold Olympic medal.
Okay.
What is
put her on there anyway, grow the league.
That's what's most important. That's what's most
taking
important.
A break anyway.
The women that we have, their fans are grandfathered in. Diana Taurasi called me crazy. I don't think she's developing any new.
You're right. They grandfathered in. Nah. They about to be on AARP. They about to be on bed wipes.
So it's just like we need somebody like
Kelsey Plum getting up there, bro.
Who's the #1 cash cow to come on. But even let's forget the viewership. Let's forget like the viewership, right? Talking about these players currently who are grandfathered in, they're going to be retired or like not in their prime in the next 5 to 6 years. Caitlin Clark is presumed to be the next face of the league, not currently, but the next. And if that's the case, you want to have her around superstars, future Hall of Famers, to be able to learn from them, develop from them. That she don't have them on her team. So to have her to be around them during the Olympic runs, that would benefit and help develop Caitlin all the more. You talk about the game being tough. You talk about all the Olympics a lot tougher. Put her in that fire like y'all did with the WNBA and let her keep developing and getting better. Darnell, you said, hey, it's tough, or like she gonna be on the bench, people gonna be getting mad. I mean, you brought up the point about like, running her in the dirt and it being a lot of games. She not gonna be getting a lot of minutes no way. So just allow her to go. Use it as an internship. Let her go on the internship and learn.
But her ego's too big. When did she's not gonna accept that?
Bro, Caitlin Clark would accept that, bro. You mean to tell me?
When she accepted it?
You mean to tell me if you had the chance to go be around a Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, or Melo, you wouldn't want to do it because you're not really gonna play like that?
She don't care. She has no bro. She don't care.
What is it that she doesn't care about, bro? Because I feel like this. I feel like all the beef happens in the Olympics. Magic Johnson said when the league knew, not the league, when the NBA players knew that Michael Jordan was taking the torch, was when Michael's team went up against Magic's team, and Michael was like, hey, yo, it's my league now, the Magic. Also, once Michael gained control of the Olympics, he left Isaiah Thomas off. So we know all the beef happens in the Olympics. When we see them together in the Olympics having camaraderie, we really believe that they don't take this NBA shit serious because they get together every 4 years. And
so basically what you're saying is Taurasi went behind closed doors and was like, I don't want that young fuck nowhere near us.
Oh, come
she
on.
Don't deserve it.
I agree to that.
You think the crabs in the
happened.
bucket mentality has prevailed in regards to the picking of the
I think the
WNBA Olympic team?
I think the selection committee had to make a point to not make sure like they disrespected their current players that they've had over the years. Because we ain't even brought up the fact that Chelsea Gray ain't even played yet this year. So it's like, why is she like,
Okay, so question. If Chelsea Gray is healthy, does Caitlin Clark deserve
No. She don't get it over Chelsea Gray. She's starting and she ultimate floor general. Like, no, I'm just saying from an optic standpoint.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
And I'm done.
All right, go ahead.
If Skylar Diggins had not gotten pregnant, had she not taken years some change off away from the league, on the run that she was on, averaging close to 18-6, does Skylar Diggins in her prime not get the nod over Caitlin Clark?
Yes, she would, bro.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
No, for the people listening to us,
why are you asking?
I am not debating for Caitlin Clark to be picked over these women based on a basketball X's and O's course perspective. It is bigger for the
I'm asking from a growing the game perspective, a respecting the game perspective, and a simple perspective of, have we not had other elite WNBA talent come into the league? I asked the question, what sets Caitlin apart? And one could argue it's the Steph Curry-like range, Isaac. It's the fact that she scored an abundance of points through the collegiate ranks, and it's taken the world by storm. I say, you know what? To that, all I say, you're absolutely right and it's true. But you know what I think? I think at our core here in America, I just think it comes down to about one or two things. And it ain't right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I feel like, I'm just saying, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Hey, shout out to Caitlin Clark. She's a great player. I think she should be on the Olympic team. I think she should have a spot coming off the bench, whether I ain't gonna lie, as a spark plug off the bench, I love Caitlin Clark in about 10, 12 minutes a game.
Bro, bro, I can see her just, again.
10 to 12. Just 10 to 12.
Like 10, that's all, bro. Like,
that's all we need.
But here's the other thing, too. Like, there's, like, when you got veteran players, like, that are on the team and, like, Diana Taurasi's, they're going to be on the bench. If they up 30, ice on the knees, I ain't trying to go back in. Send the young one out there. Like, go figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's more for the WNBA.
I really feel like this could have been a time where the WNBA could have been welcoming, and I feel like they took another opportunity to do what they doing, bro. I ain't never seen hate on a level this way, like a whole organization.
Make her earn it.
Make her earn it.
Every little bit. It'll make her greatness that much more better. Period. Don't give her a dang thing.
Oh, we starting her villain arc? I hope so.
Why not?
Yeah,
that will make the
it don't feel like tough love.
It's gonna build character, man.
It don't feel like a character building.
Hey, check this out though. Check this out.
Oftentimes when you're building character, it doesn't feel like that.
You know what the speech is gonna be like if she win championship the year after next?
I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. So, if you hadn't heard from the last podcast, I'll say it again real quick. First 20 home games of last year, or all of their home games last year combined, the Fever had a total of 81,000 fans. Through their first 5 home games this season, they had 82,000 fans. And the only difference in that was Caitlin Clark was on the team compared to last year. Move that stat out the way. The top 4 most watched WNBA games in the past 20 years have all had Caitlin Clark in them. Numbers don't lie. The common denominator in all those games is Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And so you do with the information.
Let's leave off the Indiana Fever part.
Well, just for the sake of respecting everybody, because she's part of the team. But yeah,
the Indiana Fever ain't shit.
with those numbers again, right now, at the current state of the WNBA is not about us being in fear of y'all losing, because we believe all of y'all combined are going to bring home the 8th straight gold medal. It's about growing the game, and the best person to use to do that currently as it stands is Caitlin Clark, and that's why she needs to be on this team with respect to everybody who's paved the way and brought the fans that we already have in the WNBA, man. So yeah.